This is so cool.
So this is Taco Tuesday Girl.
Hey, I know her.
Yeah.
This is not boring. I agree with that.
My
Long-form, unedited conversation. I love it.
Welcome back to Insanely Chill, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again, for tuning back in. You know, we do these episodes once every 2 weeks, and it's always a joy when you guys tune back in. I know 2 weeks seems like a long time between episodes, and then you show up once again, and that makes me feel very good. So thank you for that, and Happy New Year as well. It's 2024, officially. Not for us right now.
Oh my God, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Christmas was crazy, though.
I had the craziest Christmas.
That was
We might have.
I can't believe that happened.
Craziest Christmas. That might come true. Who knows?
Christmas miracle.
Yeah. Oh God.
This comes out January which?
5th.
Oh, this is, wow.
This comes out on our due date.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she could be in labor. I'm not gonna say we.
Cody could be pacing back and forth in a hospital room right now.
Yeah.
We could be in labor.
We might be in labor.
Yeah, we four of
might be in
us.
labor.
As a podcast.
We are
All
one
five of
big
us.
family.
That's right.
Yeah.
We might all be in labor right now, and
Yeah.
including you guys.
If you guys showed up at the hospital, like if the 4 people in this room besides Cody and I showed up at the hospital, I actually don't even think I would think twice. I think I'd be like, hey guys,
You'd be like,
what are you doing here?
you'd be like, I'm a little tired, but I guess we can do an episode.
Yeah. Wait, sorry. Did Cody say that I was available this day? Because I'm actually not, but I know that he probably told you guys I was.
Why am I mic'd up?
But sure, yeah, let's just do it, I guess.
Let's roll. Sure.
Kelsey, we got to show you these horny chefs, all right? There's a bunch of new
wait.
ones.
Cannot wait.
I cannot wait.
The babe.
So yes, Happy New Year. Thank you for a very great last year. I think I already did the thank yous last episode or the episode before when the Spotify Wrapped came out. But once again, thank you. Happy New Year. Hope your Christmas was great. As a gift to us, maybe go on Spotify, leave us a little review, 5 stars, maybe a nice comment if you want to, if you feel so inclined, or if you're on the podcast app, you can do the same thing, or leave us a like or a comment on YouTube. Thank you. Today I'm joined by my beautiful wife, Kelsey. Thank you. Thank
Hi.
you for coming in.
Of course. I love being
8
here.
months pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It is such a pleasure. I don't feel like I need to be thanked at all. I love coming here and doing this. I really do. So I'm happy to be here.
Good. I'm glad. I'm happy that you're here. And I know we just did your podcast though, so that's the and every time we come in here, Kenny's like, this will be fucking great because we can do a nice how you guys feeling?
Well, we could still
And then I'm always
do
like,
that.
we just did that on her show, unfortunately, so we have nothing to talk
We
about.
can still do it.
We can still do it.
They're coming out at different times.
Yeah, that's true.
People will forget.
Yeah, that is.
And maybe some chillers aren't circlers,
Yeah,
So
chirklers.
Chirklers.
Those are the ones that are both. That's
chirklers
the middle
are
of the
both.
Venn diagram.
Aw, that's cute.
Leave a comment
Yeah.
if you're a chirkler.
Yeah, if you're a chirkler, tell us.
And we'll let them figure out the spelling of that too. 'Cause I don't want to be the one to figure it out.
Yeah, you don't have to. I won't put that
Umlaut
on
in
you.
there for sure.
Right,
That's
right.
a hint. You should make a Venn diagram for your fan base. I don't know what the joke is there, but it's circlers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're the circle,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a circle.
Right.
2 circles.
That's true.
Circler fans.
And people whose favorite shape is a circle.
They're not circular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's overlap.
Yeah.
Damn
that's good.
That's good.
They're not circular fans. They're just circlers.
They're circlers, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then there's also fans of the circlers. Like
That's
their
true.
parents.
That's me.
And you.
Yeah. Always.
We can talk about the prenatal class we did. We did last night. We went to a prenatal class.
Yep.
The first one we did, which I think we talked about on here last time, right?
Well, we left off, you and Nut were talking about, or maybe it wasn't Nut.
It was Curtis Connor.
Curtis. We're talking about what is a prenatal class.
Okay.
And we weren't really sure if it was Lamaze. I know this because my wife was like, you don't know what prenatal classes are? And I was like, I still don't really.
What's Lamaze again?
Lamaze is like breathing practice, isn't it?
Yes.
For
So what are
Yeah, I always
labor.
thought when we talked about doing this, and I was like, yeah, for sure. I always thought that it would be like from the comedy movies and like sitcoms where the
Yeah.
guy's like sitting behind the wife holding
Right.
their stomach,
Right.
and all the husbands are like behind there, like.
Yeah.
Is that what Lamaze is?
I think that's Lamaze. I don't know, dude. I don't know if they still do Lamaze anymore.
They don't even do it anymore?
I have no idea. All I know is we chose the hospital we were going to give birth at.
Mhm.
And then they were like, okay, my doctor said they offer prenatal classes. Here's a list of the classes they offer. So there's like different ones. There's a breastfeeding one. There's a newborn one. There's a CPR. There's like for different things. And you don't have to take them. It's more just like if you want to learn more about what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Do they like give you shade if you don't take one? They're like, oh, you're not taking the CPR one?
Well, no.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Good.
I don't know. We signed up for a lot. Well, we signed up for only a few, actually.
So we did the breastfeeding one first.
Yeah, we did the breastfeeding one, which a lot more information there than you'd think.
Really?
Well, I think you think it's like pretty straightforward, like what breastfeeding is, which I guess it is, but hello?
Sorry.
Fuck.
Someone's at our gate.
Oh, okay. So breastfeeding, it is what you'd think it is, but there's like, we learned a lot about like a proper, like what it's actually supposed to look like when the kid is breastfeeding. Cause like sometimes you could think that they're doing it right, but they're actually like, they're not latched properly. Like there's a lot of stuff to know.
Yeah. And we learned about positions.
Like,
Missionary.
yeah. Yes, they taught you how to get pregnant, and then they taught you
Reverse
how to
cowgirl.
get
Positions
pregnant.
you're worried
and
about.
breastfeed.
The positions you're worried about as a 20-year-old versus a 30-year-old.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
20-year-old is like, all the
Yeah.
sex ones.
The sex, the sex ones.
Yeah, the sex ones.
Sex ones.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with the names, but
you know them.
All the sex.
Yeah. Oh my
I
God,
obviously
we
know
obviously
them.
know every single one of
Yeah.
them. We've
The-
done it.
Done them all. The favorite one is the plant.
Plant.
I just looked. I saw a plant.
The plant.
Yeah, the plant.
You guys know
Good
that
one.
one though.
You guys know the plant.
But no, like how to like with different ways to hold the baby and
Yeah. There's a ton of different ways.
yeah.
There
And they-
actually is positions. I'm not fucking around.
No.
That
There
is-
there are.
Yeah.
And
like the baby's like this, or it's like this, or
yeah.
You sometimes hold the baby upside down by the legs, and it'll just
Latch
that's
on.
the-
Dunking
the
its head in a
keg
cold
stand.
bucket of
Yeah.
water.
the kickstand.
Yeah.
Keg stand.
The baby little frat star.
Yeah.
Little frat star. Look at.
Yeah, there he is. Good job,
so
buddy.
Fucking funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legend. Let's go. You broke the record.
Honey, my turn.
Yeah. Fucking let me get in there. I'll show him how it's done.
Ew.
No, but there's a lot of stuff like the breasts don't produce milk right away. It's like cholesterol or whatever. Cloniston, and what is it?
Colostrum.
Colostrum. I was pretty close. Which is not milk. It's like a thick,
It's like a rich milk
rich milk substance that's thicker.
that comes out at
That kind of
first.
coats the baby's stomach.
It's just like, is this too much? Like, do you think
No, this is so educational.
chillers-
I'm learning so much right now.
Yeah.
It's interesting. There's just a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy that we took that class.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have known a lot of that stuff. And then we took like the newborn one, which was really just like about stuff that is very normal that like might feel concerning to you at first, like when the baby first comes out, but it's all like normal stuff. And then kind of what to do when you get home and how they should be sleeping and their eating
Just
schedule.
how to keep them alive.
Yeah.
How much they should be peeing, pooping, how much weight they should be gaining, all that stuff. I'm really happy we did it because it is nice to have that sort of
For sure.
knowledge going into it without having to like just figure it out. And
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
it
it's like-
overwhelmed me. I was
it is
like,
a little overwhelming.
yeah.
It's kind of like anything. Once you're in it, you're just going to Google it and figure it out.
right.
And we're going to have to do that anyways, but it is nice.
Yeah, to like have a base knowledge.
Yeah, I think it was intimidating and kind of freaky while at the same time being like, oh, we got this.
Right. Yeah.
But I think that the most amazing thing is learning about the skin to skin time
Yeah.
or whatever.
Mhm.
Like you'll hear this a lot I don't know if you have a kid, you'll hear it a lot. They always say skin to skin, and it's like the first thing they do once the baby comes out, they put the baby on the mother's chest, skin to skin. And that is extremely important because it'll regulate the baby's heartbeat. The baby's heartbeat will naturally sync to the mother's, and then the mother's body will warm up the baby to the right temperature. And if you have twins and one of them is a different temperature, the right side or the left side of your body will heat up more depending on which twin is colder.
No way.
Is that not
Yeah.
fucking insane? Like, we are just aliens.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely.
It's insane.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
It's amazing. So they have videos that go along with this. These like educational videos, which are very like, they're graphic in the sense where there's nudity, but it's like,
It's just like the least sexual. Like, there's like boobs everywhere, but you're not like boobs. You're like,
it's more like, see if he
Oh.
gets a good latch on that. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
educational, like you're
Right.
watching the baby, like, okay, what
yeah, you're
position
like,
are they
how's he
in?
moving?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I just always like the videos are kind of jarring because it's such an intimate moment and it's real. It's not actors.
Right.
It's real. They
Right.
convinced someone or paid someone to let the cameras be in the room for this video specifically.
Yeah.
But this woman just gave birth.
Right.
And her husband is right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a little bit jarring.
It
a
feels
little
pretty
bit.
intimate.
It does. It feels like we shouldn't be watching this. Like,
They're
why are we watching
also-
this moment?
They're also really like, their videos are like old.
They're very old.
Like, they
too,
just
yeah.
feel like they were filmed a really long time ago.
Yeah.
So they need updating. So
Oh yeah, if they're looking for people to film the new ones, maybe they could reach out to us.
Yeah.
So you guys will be there. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna bring
that'll
crew.
be part of the episode.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I also read that a mother can intuitively check to see if the baby's mic is on after delivery when podcasting right out
Yeah,
of the womb.
yeah.
So that can be big for us.
Yeah, this is going to be huge for us as a squad for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
Can't
It's
wait to
gonna
get
do
him
numbers.
on.
Why skin to
Yeah.
skin is important because you can use one mic.
Yeah.
yeah, we're just, drop
Put
it
it
in.
right there, then you
Two of
get both.
Yeah, it balances both voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is like my worst nightmare. Like we're like, and I'm like, I have to give birth, and now thinking about a microphone being there makes me like actually want to cry a little bit. But
This is my job in the whole thing, Keep the spirits up.
Mm.
Joke about it.
yes, totally, exactly. We
But
actually
I did find it. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about your job in the whole thing, and my doctor asked me the other day if Cody was going to be in the room for the epidural, because I guess a lot of partners faint during that portion. And she was like, "Do you think Cody will be there or not?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And then I asked him, and he was like, "I don't know if I should watch." And then I was like, "I don't want you fainting, because then it's just going to be about
Yeah.
you."
Imagine fainting at the start.
No, imagine I'm giving birth, and then everybody's like, "Oh my God, Cody, are you okay? You fainted?" And then like I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding?"
I don't think
me?
anyone would do that.
Well, they would have to take you away, make sure you're good.
They just drag
I
him out
think
by his
but I
feet.
would faint like you fainted. I would faint, puke on myself, and then
Yeah.
like wake up and be like, "Oh fuck, I'm."
No, but you'd fall to the ground.
Yeah, I would probably be pretty dramatic about it.
Yeah. And then I would have to be like, "Are you
Oh,
okay?"
heavens.
Like, can you imagine me having
Like,
to
I
ask
can't
if
feel
you're
the
okay?
lower half of my fucking body right now.
Yeah. Me having
Oh,
to
but the
check.
needle, that
You, like-
needle was so scarring to look at.
You get wheeled back in, and you're like, "I'm just kind of tired, babe. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so
Head
sorry."
home, grab a nap. I love you. You got this. I think it's important that I rest right now.
I have to ask, why would someone faint? Is it?
I was thinking.
Oh, 'cause
Where
the
do they?
needle-
Is
the
it
needle goes
stomach?
into the
It's in the
spine.
back.
Oh,
See?
fuck! I'm not watching that. Yeah, I would.
I'll watch
faint.
it if you want me to watch
Yeah.
it.
I don't care. I really,
Make
if
him
it,
watch it.
like, if it's gonna bother you, like, I'm totally fine.
I'm a
with
little-
you. I truly, like, it doesn't, like, I wouldn't be offended if you didn't want to watch a needle go into my spine.
I think the thing with that one maybe is needles never really freaked me out until I think it's something that has sort of manifested in the last like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
That I just don't like seeing them go into my own body.
Yeah.
But the problem with that one is like seeing it go into the lower back makes me think like. But I think if you don't see it,
I'll be fine.
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I'll be there if you want me to be there.
I think it's fine. I don't know. We'll
Man it out.
cross that bridge
Man it up.
when we
Tough
come
out,
to it.
Whatever this phrase is. I'll be there. But the one funny thing I wanted to say, just going back to the video that we watched.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we both kind of smirked at each other because the dad, like, so they go like skin to skin contact is also very important for the partner. And then this dad walks into frame without his shirt on. And he's got like this nasty, like patchy chest hair and these horrible tattoos.
It was just one tattoo, but it was maybe the worst tattoo.
It was one. Did you see what it said?
Yeah.
What did it say?
Place tattoo here.
Legend.
It was like it was
The guy
a little
was like
box.
pale and had this like just.
It's like a little
no
gut.
offense, I don't mean to body shame, but he had like a really like unfortunate
He just
build.
No, he just had like a dad bod.
Yes, he did. It was one step further than that, I'd say.
Okay.
It was just very jarring. All of a sudden, there's like this beautiful moment between this mother and this baby, and she's just laying on the chest, and it's like it's also important for the partner to do chest to chest, and this like just hairy like fucking place tattoo here. Dude comes into frame, just grabs the baby and puts it on his chest.
The tattoo was like so in your face. Like I don't know if it's because it was the only one he had or like because it was kind of big, but it was like little dashes that made like a box.
You know what it looked
And then in the middle in like very bold like typewriter font almost. It said place tattoo here. And it's like
we were like,
it's like
the fuck?
cover that up. Or like so I was like, "Oh my god." Ugh.
You know what it looked like? Search I'd cap that logo. It looked like the logo for my app that I made. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Zach. That's what I meant. Didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
It looked exactly
It
like
did.
that.
It did.
The
It
dashed
did.
lines around
The lines around the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dad, by the way. He designed this
gonna ask
UI.
who
Really?
designed that.
Yes. My father.
Well, that is so much
good.
better than the tattoo, Mr. College Essick.
You made it. I'd cap that too.
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah. We milked that fucking thing.
I loved
Every
I'd cap
last
that.
penny it was worth.
I used it, which is so
The second
crazy
one?
to me. No, I didn't know the second one existed, but I used the first one.
Yeah.
And I had no idea I was using my future husband's app.
That's fucking crazy.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Who is writing these things? I got to marry this guy one day. He's the funniest guy ever.
And I was writing the app, not knowing that one day someone would get a tattoo that looked exactly like the logo. This episode of Insanely Chill is brought to you by BetterHelp. There's often an obsession with this idea of new year, new you, and ways we can change ourselves. But that mindset can also come with a lot of unnecessary pressure, which is why it's so important to celebrate what you're already doing right now to take care of your mental health. This year, therapy can help you make changes that really stick and get you closer to the best version of yourself. I'm someone who has really benefited from therapy. I loved going. I plan on going again. And I came away, it's just good having like a sounding board for the things that are always on your mind. It's just good like getting them out there to somebody.
Right.
That in itself helps a lot. And then having a professional help you, process them is also very beneficial.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and then switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. New year, same you. Give yourself what you need with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/chill today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/chill. Guys, we're taking a quick break to thank another sponsor of today's episode, which is, drumroll please,
BlueChew.
BlueChew.
The sweatshirt on.
Oh, nice. I was wondering what you're doing. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
old?
Essential for a BlueChew ad
Do
read.
you just rock that?
I wear this. Dude, I forget that I'm wearing it out in public.
Guys, it might be a new year, but BlueChew.com is still offering the same classic woodies.
Same classic Woodies. You know what my resolution this year is, Cody? Is?
What? Boners?
I'm going to get hard every day of 2024. Thanks to BlueChew.com.
That's an incredible goal, dude.
Dude, 365 boners?
12 novels and 365 boners.
I'm going to be rock hard while reading.
Yeah. If one of your resolutions this year is to have better sex, then look no further than BlueChew. BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, You'll receive your prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. BlueChew's tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. BlueChew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try BlueChew free when you use our promo code INSANE at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code INSANE to receive your first month for free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank BlueChew for sponsoring this podcast.
Does the dad's skin to skin do anything? Like, is there?
Yeah, apparently it changes the brain chemistry of the dad.
Oh,
in a
it changes
way
your
that
brain
makes
chemistry?
you more nurturing, I guess.
Damn.
Yeah,
And
so
like
it doesn't.
bonded more to the baby.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
and it actually we start lactating a little bit too.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
what a treat.
No, but did you know that sometimes babies do? We learned that yesterday.
Yeah, we learned that babies sometimes come out of the womb and they're lactating because of the hormones in the mom's body.
Mom.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, it's fucking crazy.
Interesting.
Out of their
It's a lot
breasts?
we learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna try the milk?
I'm gonna drink her milk for sure.
Huh.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, he'll try it. He's not gonna like toss it back with dinner, but like
Yeah, it's not gonna be like a
The way-
regular.
I'm gonna drink it. Yeah.
I really like it.
No, we're gonna save it for the kid. You're not gonna start mooching off the kid's
Well, we'll
food.
play it by ear.
Are you
I
gonna
mean, we're
finish
gonna keep the
that?
door open.
We'll play it by ear.
In the same way that like you eat half of my meal every time I'm eating it.
Tell the croissant story right now.
I don't. We just went to lunch before this, and I ordered a chocolate croissant, obviously, because now I just eat dessert with every single meal. But so I got a chocolate croissant as we were leaving, and I was eating it in the car, and Cody and I were talking, and I was sharing it with him, obviously, because I'm nice. And I was like, "Do you want another bite?" Before I finished up. I was like, "Do you want another bite?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So I took a bite. And then I gave him like this much, like the bottom part with the chunks of chocolate. And I was like,
Wait. When you hold up your hand like that, do you mean this much?
it was like this.
No.
What was it like? What was it like?
That.
No.
It was like that.
No, it was not.
See, this is very crucial.
It was not
Okay,
that,
all right.
'cause that's
Wait,
the
continue
bite.
telling the story and then.
So it was the width of the whole croissant. So like the croissant is like a rectangle. It was the whole bottom part. It wasn't half of the bottom part. How can you deny that?
Well, I'm just saying I have a different memory of that little piece, but keep going.
So we're talking. I'm like, okay, here you can have one more bite type of situation. And he's in the middle of talking. I'm like listening to him talk, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know, probably we're gonna do that." And he just tossed the whole thing in his mouth, literally just made that noise, and then was like, "Anyway, so blah blah blah." And I was like, just staring at him.
And I turned to her to like get her reaction to the thing I just said, and she was like, and I was like, "What? It wasn't that. That's not that crazy. Like what I just said. 0%."
He didn't
Realizing
realize.
that
He didn't realize at
And I
all.
was like, "Oh wait."
And I
was that not just one more bite that you wanted me to have?
I
And she
was
like,
laughing.
I can't believe you just did that.
we were both like
Yeah, we were
giggling
both
though.
laughing.
Like
It's
it
pretty
was
funny.
pretty funny, but like because he did it without even thinking that it could be more than one bite.
I was like, it was one bite. And she was like, it wasn't one bite. And that was the best part. That was the part I was most excited for. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought.
We just have different ideas of what a bite is.
Yeah, that's true.
Cody just has a different idea of what eating is supposed to be like.
Yes. You
Every time I've gone to get food with you, you're like, oh, so what were we talking about?
It's honestly so true. Like it's yeah, I think if you slowed down a bit, you'd first of all enjoy it more, but also like I feel like your digestion would be a little bit better.
I agree with that. I know that.
Yeah.
I fully know that.
Yeah. You
And it's something I choose not to do
yeah.
because it just, I can't. I have to get the food down.
You'll get it down.
You'll
It's
still
not
get it
Why
yeah.
do you eat like you're running out of time?
He has referenced Hamilton today more times than I ever thought was possible. He out Hamiltoned me earlier this morning. I didn't even get what the reference he was making was, and he was like, right, like I'm running out of time. And I was like, oh, okay. Lynn, sorry. But yeah, that was, wow. You got that song stuck in your head, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
See?
leisurely eating is better for your health, especially when it comes to digestion, weight, and nutrition. When you eat too fast, you swallow more air, which can cause bloating and gas. And that is something I definitely have a problem with.
And then it kind of becomes all of our problems because it stinks.
Yeah.
Are you
Right?
a stinky boy, Cody?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep,
Stinky boy.
I am. Actually, this might be a good segue into the Horny Chefs segment. Because there's a couple more follow-ups, I
What
guess. What?
What is the Horny Chef segment here now?
Yeah, this is just...
What are we
I
doing?
can't stop. I can't get away from these fucking guys.
I'm starting to feel like you like looking for these.
It's just the new sort of like paradigm on TikTok, I guess, because everyone's like joking about it.
Right.
But then also it's still going on. So like there's different like derivatives of it now. So this is one that I found funny. It
Okay.
said, if women cooked like the male chefs on this app. Kind of funny, right? I think she kind of nailed it, the impression.
It still made me uncomfortable.
her even,
Yeah, like even if that was a joke. I
even
was
satirical, it's
Yeah.
like it's still just
I'm like, you're still doing it.
yeah.
You know?
Okay, well, what about this one?
Okay.
This guy is what I was talking about. He's kind of the next. he's like goth donut daddy, I guess. Yeah.
I don't want to watch this.
Oh no!
Cody, please. I don't want to watch this at all. What the fuck?
That looked horrible too.
That first of all, you can't do that with a raw piece of meat and think that looks good. That was disgusting.
The only thing left is for them to actually fuck the food items. That's the only thing left. There's nothing closer to sex than
But
that.
he kind of just did with his fingers.
I mean, with his penis. That's the only other thing.
And when they do, we're going to be the first to cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Actually,
Live from the hospital, Cody and Kelsey react
Yeah.
to
Congrats on
man
the baby,
fucking
but
raw
he did it.
chicken.
Couples cringe. Film it.
babe, they finally did it. During skin to skin time.
Oh man.
Okay, so this one is another one I found funny.
Okay.
Damn.
This is good, right?
This is funny.
It's funny.
That was good.
So
that
for
was
those just
funny.
listening, he just made toast.
He just made toast.
He did like the classic horny chef move.
Yeah.
But all the same shots, but the whole time he was just selecting pieces of bread and then putting them in the toaster.
Right.
And then buttering them up.
Yeah.
And
That
that's
was
it.
good. That was a good one.
And how would you describe the last one, actually, for the audio listeners? Because I feel like we kind of just alienated them.
The one we just watched before that was a man who
With black,
with
greasy
black-
hair kind of coming down and apart.
What would
Yeah.
you say this move is that he's doing with the chicken?
Right there.
there.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Okay, so he's preparing a whole raw chicken, turkey. I don't know what it is.
Cornish hen, maybe?
Maybe, perhaps.
Perfect Cornish.
And then he's just prepping it. So there's a lot of butter involved, and he just so happens to take the butter with his two middle fingers and stuff the turkey with that butter from his fingers. But then he's got some leftover butter on his fingers.
That's what you were talking about. I just realized that he licked his fingers
That was-
after
yeah,
handling the
that's it.
raw meat.
Yeah, so he put it inside the raw meat.
That video gets a C health rating.
Oh my God,
worse.
Best.
Yeah.
Worse, yeah.
F, yeah.
And also, like, that was just butter. like, can you imagine just putting that much butter? Like, he probably was like, he probably hated it.
Yeah.
It tasted terrible.
Yeah.
I picture him because he had to wait for that chicken to bake. So do you think he was like editing the video while the chicken was baking? Like, oh, that was a good shot. Yeah, good. Lick my
Yeah.
fingers.
And he's like,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, that was raw.
No,
And then he's like, fuck, I might get salmonella.
there's simply no way he's thought about that ever. He saw that and he was like, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The girls are going to love it.
They're going to see I'm not afraid of a little danger. Yeah, he's a bad boy.
All right. Well, actually, while we're talking about food, Kenny did bring you a gift.
Oh my gosh.
I see a little gift
yeah.
down there that
You
I'm
always
really
got some
excited
shit
about.
stashed down
I'm
here.
always hooking you up with the best snacks under the desk.
Kenny, you're already the best.
Well, thank you.
Should we explain this?
Okay, so we actually have a clip if we want to watch it back.
Yeah, let's
Kelsey's one of her recent episodes, she talks about Cody eating. She had a pregnancy craving, and Cody and the family ate all of her Tostitos.
Cody and my
hint of
entire
lime
family.
chips.
Yes, it wasn't just
Yeah.
Cody.
This is just a
Yes.
great follow up from the
Chocolate
fucking
croissant.
the croissant mishap.
Yep.
Came over to like hang out on a Sunday. I was going through it and I was not doing well. And so we go to the grocery store, we get some snacks and stuff, and I'm in the first trimester.
Yes.
Nothing really sounds good to me. So I'm picking things out that like I actually want to eat. I'm excited to eat these things. It's rare.
Yes.
One of them was hint of lime tortilla chips.
Love.
So we get home. I obviously have a breakdown when we get home from the grocery store. And my mom says, why don't you take a nap? We're going to be here when you wake up, sleep for an hour, come back, you'll feel so much better. I said,
no.
okay. I came out and I said, okay, where are the chips? They had eaten the entire bag of Tostitos, hint of lime, Cody, my parents, and my brother. And I looked at everyone and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I was like fully screaming. They're all sitting on the couch. I'm standing in the living room. Like, how dare you? Full on losing my mind at my
It's true.
family who's looking at me like I have like 8 eyes.
Wow.
So that is a true story.
How did you feel in that moment, Cody?
Everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? For sure.
Yeah. It was the same feeling I felt when I looked at her and she was like that after I ate the croissant. I was like, wait, what did we do? I don't understand.
I was laughing about the croissant. Like the croissant was funny to me because like maybe my hormones have calmed down a little bit. I don't know if that's true, but I was laughing about the croissant. I was not laughing about this. Like this was not funny to me. And my mom like has my parents have tried to bring it up since then. And I'm still like, no, we're not laughing about this. It wasn't funny.
So can we not laugh about it on here?
We can laugh about it on here.
Well, we're not laughing
no.
either.
Yeah, no.
You guys are safe.
Okay. Whew.
You're safe. Everyone's generally safe. We can laugh about it
I
in the sense
regret it.
that like it's funny. My account of it, but like it's still not okay that you guys did that.
Yeah, I know. We weren't like intentionally doing something wrong. Yeah. Like we weren't like, it's not like we looked at each other and we're like, fuck, she's asleep. Perfect. You told her to take a nap. Nice.
Well, obviously,
Good execution of the plan.
obviously, it wasn't a plan against me. It just, I was just really looking forward to eating some chips.
Didn't I go get more after that?
No, I think like everyone offered, and I was like, I just said no.
Because there was another bag of chips that we got. And I was like, just, what about those ones? And they weren't hint of lime.
Yeah.
So that was so there was a whole bunch of.
And now my dad, like every time they're gonna come over, he's like, "Do you want me to bring you some hint of lime chips?" Every single time. Like he's like, "Anything I could get, maybe hint of lime chips, perhaps."
So that being said, we got here.
Yes.
Yay! Thank you, Kenny.
Of course. That
These
desk
are for me.
I want to eat them.
2 for Cody. The desk doubles as a pantry, and I had those waiting for Kelsey so you can finish the craving.
Thank you. I
Yes.
really, really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it.
Of course.
I am.
I mean, they really are the best chips.
Notice how Cody
Yeah.
first thing opens it up in his mouth. It's gone.
Yeah,
He's
listeners
already
are
had
Oh,
a
look at a
handful.
good sized bag here. Those are
Man.
the best.
They really are. I don't want to do too much ASMR for you guys, but these are the best.
Yeah.
Wow, a serving size is only about 6 chips.
They're pretty big chips.
You guys must not have followed the serving size the day that you ate them all.
Yeah, we definitely did. We definitely did.
I will never forget like the look of fear in everybody's eyes. There were so many moments during the first trimester of pregnancy where like Cody and my parents and my brother, like obviously the people I'm like most comfortable around, I feel like, and like I know that they like unconditionally love me. So that's when like the craziness really comes out. But there were just so many times where like you would even leave the room and like my parents and Kevin would be like, you have to stop. you have to relax.
Like what?
I don't know. Just times when I was like, because Cody would say something, I'd be like, oh really? Yeah, no, you should get that. Like I would just be a B word. And I can admit, because of the there was just a lot going on inside my
A
body.
lot of hormones.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in there.
But I've seen that look of fear a lot from them those first few months.
We did with the chip fiasco.
Yeah.
We did know like after you got mad, at least for me, it was like it shifted from confusion to like guilt a little bit. It's like we shouldn't have fucking eaten.
I think everybody kind of felt that because I was, crying and screaming.
You weren't like having a tantrum.
No, but I was like, you guys know I wanted them.
Yeah.
Like I kind of was. I was like pissed off.
It is kind of funny that that was definitely a very first trimester thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It hasn't happened since.
no,
Yeah.
I figured it out since then.
Yeah.
Gotten a lot calmer.
Yeah.
It's okay. It happens.
Mhm.
Anyone going through it right now, it happens.
Yep.
I want to eat this.
Me too. I want to eat another one.
Looking back, I mean, you guys are 8 months in now. Are there things, I think I wrote this in on Circle Time, so maybe you answered, I didn't hear it, but like, are there things you look back on that you wish you would have known? Like, oh, this is pregnancy, this is how it's going to be, or advice you've give to others, or just things you look back on and you're like, wish I had known this was going to be like this.
I think it just like I think I was not expecting how like out of body I felt during the first trimester, and like how like the most like happy I could get about something was like 50%. Like I was like just exhausted and like no like emotions were happening, but it was never like joy. Like it was just very just like
In the first trimester?
yeah,
Okay.
everything was like felt scary and like heavy. And like I remember we were in London and I like forgot. I brought a brush, but I didn't bring another brush, and I needed the other brush for something, and my best friend was there and she's pregnant also. And she like came in the room and I was just like crying. She was like, what is it? And I was like, how am I supposed to be a mom if I can't even remember the brush that I need? Like there were just so many moments like that. And she was really helpful. She like, cause the whole first trimester, that's like when the entire baby is made. Like you're making a full human then. It's just tiny. And then it continues to grow and everything grows and whatnot for the rest of it. But like all of this stuff is being formed at the beginning. And so it's like it's just really intense.
We also spent about half of the first trimester jet lagged, I would say.
That's true. We were traveling a lot. And so I feel like I was going to be tired anyway. And then I was even more tired. So I think I just wasn't expecting like the exhaustion and like the like lack of being able to like get up and feel normal. Like I would
been
just
good
stay in
since
my
then.
pajamas all day. Like I couldn't get off the couch sometimes. Like it was just like, it was kind of tough. But I'm lucky I wasn't sick. Like I wasn't like throwing up or anything. So I definitely had it like easier than a lot of people. And I know that. So yeah, but it then like second trimester, you like literally woke up one day. Like I woke up one day and just was like, oh, I feel like me again. Like it happened out of nowhere. So
And now the only thing is like the baby kicks her ribs and stuff like that a lot. That's the one thing that I was definitely surprised at is how much he moves. It's crazy. You can just see her stomach like morphing in both directions. It's nuts.
What was that like the first time it kicked?
Crazy. Like really cool. It's still really cool. Every time he moves, it's like it's insane. But
I can't wait to meet that little fucker.
yeah, I know. Same.
I can't wait to see him. I want to see what he looks like.
I know. Their faces change so much though.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna look different. What?
Well, that's another thing that we learned yesterday is the head molding. Part of the reason why the skull is soft is so it can mold to come out of the vaginal canal. So a lot of babies come out with like cone heads, and then the head will eventually like full on like this, and then the head will just slowly like seep back to its normal position over like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
It's fucking so
Yeah,
scary.
wow. That's why their heads are so soft, so they can squeeze through easier.
Do you have to do anything to mold the head, like you're at Color Me Mine, or is it?
Yeah. You have to like.
You gotta
have
spin
a
them. You gotta
sponge.
spin them on a thing, and then you like mold it like clay.
Yeah.
And the baby's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I think most most of the time it goes back to normal in a couple days, but sometimes babies have to wear like helmets and stuff to.
Yeah.
That's like pretty common.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot to think
Crazy.
about.
We will see. I'm excited.
Me too. It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that it's almost over.
You know what's crazy is that the year is almost over and we got married this year. So much shit has happened this year. I guess we can do a little reflection.
Yeah.
Because it's New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got married this year?
Yeah.
We got married at the beginning of 2023 in February.
Jeez.
We moved.
Got married.
That actually is really.
Honeymoon.
hmm
Moved. Iron Man.
We got married, honeymoon, moved, baby,
Oh,
Iron Man.
Yeah. Pregnant.
pregnant, Iron Man. And then like
Pregnancy.
we traveled a lot.
Yeah, and then traveled. Wedding. Friend's wedding.
Yeah, we went to a bunch of different friends' weddings.
Yep.
There's just a lot that's happened.
Marathon.
Taylor Swift concert.
Marathon, Taylor Swift concert,
That's-
obviously.
Oh, yeah, we
Tour.
should we talk
Drake
about her?
concert.
Drake
Don't forget.
concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be on the top.
Yes, speaking of sperms,
Oh, the big one.
the big one,
giant
the big
sperm.
ones that were floating
Oh,
around.
that was like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yes, never forget.
And what do you hope to? Well, besides being parents, what do you hope to achieve this year? Do you have any personal goals, family goals?
I think really just focus on the baby.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's our main priority, obviously. Just like learn how to live with the baby. I don't know. We'll see.
I want to do another race of some sort too.
Yeah, for sure.
Ultra. I always want to do more race stuff next year for sure. In and amongst taking care of the child.
Well, yes. Yeah, there'll be other things happening that are exciting and great, but I just think that's like the main thing on our minds at this exact moment.
I think that every year I try to read a little bit more.
Me too.
It's always like a goal, like I'm going to read this year, and then I
Yeah.
fucking never do,
Me
or
too.
I read like I start out doing.
Well, the
But
first
this
half of the year starts out strong.
Yeah, but this year we actually did well.
I didn't.
I think we both read more books than we ever have before knowing each other.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So that's progress.
That's true. We've known each other for a long time now, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like in the last, 6.5 years, I feel like
This year we read more books
maybe.
than we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still didn't hit my goal though.
What was your goal?
Oh my God, like 10?
And what are you
Like
at?
nothing.
I feel like you're almost there.
No, I'm at like 3.
3?
I've read some parenting ones, but like just like I almost said clips, just like certain chapters, just clips from each one, nothing
clips.
crazy.
Some YouTube clip.
Yeah. But like,
Audible cuts up the audiobook for
They
clips
give you the
and they
highlights.
put it on YouTube, so I just watch those.
I feel like I've read like a lot of pieces of books, but I haven't like actually finished a lot of books. Maybe it's more 4. So not 3, but 4. Yeah.
It's still pretty good.
It's not great.
It's not amazing, but
No,
it's pretty good. It's better than 0.
It's better than 0, but I could have done 10.
Yeah.
I think my issue was that I kept picking out books that I wasn't really enjoying. And so
It's the
then
worst. That kills all momentum.
Exactly. So then I would just stop reading.
You find a great book and you're like
I
can't stop reading it. You're like, reading's
reading.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Why did I ever neglect this? This is my new hobby.
Right.
And then you
one.
finish that book and you're like, God, that was so amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find the next book.
Yeah, I can't wait to get lost in the
Can't wait.
next story.
yeah.
You know?
Get lost in I can't wait to like run myself a bath.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Pour myself a glass of Pinot Noir.
Getting those bubbles.
Bath. I got 2 words: bath bomb.
Exactly. And then enter New World.
And then get lost in it.
Yes.
And then you read the first couple pages and you're like, okay, I'm not getting
Yeah, you're
lost
like,
in it. Definitely not getting lost, but there could be potential. You're fighting through the first pages, but you're like, the beginning of any book is boring.
But then you're going back because you weren't paying attention to anything you were reading.
Yeah, you're thinking all this as you're reading the first
then
couple
you
pages.
have to go back to the first because you're like, who's
You're thinking, why
Thomas?
do I? Yeah.
Who's Thomas?
Yeah.
And then you have to go back. You have to figure it out.
Because you're just thinking, I hate this. I'm bored. Well, it's okay because the beginning of every book is boring.
Right.
Fuck. Go
Start
back.
over. Yeah.
I'm bored.
Right.
Yeah. And then finally you're like, wait, no, it's not me. This book just sucks ass.
Right.
And you're like, okay, but then should I find a new book? No, I can't do that. I can't.
Yeah, I
be
can't
cheating on this
give
current
up.
book. What? You can't just finish a fucking book even if it's a little bit boring? You know what I mean? Like, who are you? What
Yes.
you just need? What you just need to
Yes.
be fucking fully stimulated to enjoy anything?
Yeah. Oh my
No, you-
God.
you could read
Everyone
it
says
for-
they like this book.
Yeah. And then I'm like, this is why you did shitty in school because you couldn't read a fucking textbook because it was too boring. Your brain is fucking fried from the internet because you need to be like constantly whatever. So then I'm like, you're gonna finish this one.
Yes.
After
And then you
watch
never-
Netflix for a little bit.
Yes. And then you find pretty much everything else in the world to do.
And then maybe
And
there's
then-
that plane ride maybe a couple months later.
Yeah.
But the book's still not good.
No. But you're like, wait a minute.
Sucks.
I was in the middle of that book.
Yeah.
I got some time on this plane.
Pick it
Let me
up
crack it
and
open, see
try.
what it's all about because you kind of forget how shitty it was.
Yeah.
And the whole cycle starts again.
Yeah. And then I think I've just been battling that with the last few books I've picked up. And I stopped, I was like, I'm just going to stop reading this book. I need to read another one. And then that one I also wasn't into. Like, it's just like I just fell under the spell of bad books.
Have you read A Secret History?
No.
Yes.
See, that people who have read it say it like that. Yes. And someone at the bookstore, and when we were in Connecticut, recommended it to me. And I'm 60 pages in, and I'm like, when does this get good?
Yeah.
It's
Really slow in the middle.
so hard
In
for
the
it to
middle?
get
in the
good.
middle.
In the beginning, it feels slow too. It feels
Yeah.
Twist.
Yeah, that's
Slow.
bad news for him because
The
he
whole
thinks
way
the
it feels
beginning's
slow.
slow.
Yeah.
And you're like, the
That's
middle
tough.
is the one that's slow. It just gets worse.
It's just I'm waiting for it. So
You need to read something like lighter, maybe like Verity by Colleen Hoover.
I've read that. It's really good. Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought I was doing with these ones. Like, I didn't think I skewed too much from the stuff that I liked. So I'm not really sure. Verity is really good, though.
put your book recommendations in the comments, please. We need
Yeah. I have a little book club for the circlers. So I read their recommendations. But I just need to actually just accept the fact that I'm not going to finish the book that I've started
some. Yeah.
again
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just start a new one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Normalize giving up, I think, is what Brooke and Connor say.
Normalize giving
Giving
up.
up.
Yes. Especially
Always.
with books.
Yes.
And always.
No, never.
On the right things.
Yeah, but with books.
Yes, with books.
And if you're feeling
Addictions.
something's not serving
Addictions.
you.
You should give up addictions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing to give up.
Yes, that's
Unless an addiction is exercise, then
Then keep it going.
Keep-
But
Yes.
don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it. If you start to if you're hurt,
These are
you need to take
simple
a break. Yeah. It's very black and white.
Very black and white.
Yeah.
I would like to cook more. I think that that's something I want to sort of rope into us taking care of the kid is that
Yeah.
I can cook as part of that routine that we get into
Yep.
because I like doing it A and B. I think it would just help us get healthier
Yeah.
because when we were getting in shape for our wedding, I just feel like we both felt way better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little bit hard for me to like judge right now because like I think I would be feeling the way I'm feeling. It's more because I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah. I'm not saying better than right now.
yeah, I know.
I'm just
but,
saying I like
that's
the way, like, I just feel like we both, like,
we were thriving when we were getting ready for our wedding. Yeah.
And I think a lot of that was because we were being like ultra healthy. It just like affects every part of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
And then when you notice it, like when you eat out every single night or you get like, just like the amount of like butter and oil that's in restaurant food just generally makes you feel a little bit like more like shit than you normally do. That's what I think. So I think like having a healthy balance where we were still going out to eat like once or twice a week, but that was
it.
Yeah, and it just like we felt good and then it felt more special too.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, that's something I tell myself I'm going to do every year. But this year
We
I think
also
it's
weren't
actually different
drinking.
because we're going to be home a lot more.
But we also weren't drinking.
Yeah, that too. And I also want to do like months off again.
Yeah.
Because I just did, well, you're on like day 220 or something.
Crushing it.
Good streak.
I'm doing amazing
We
with the not
like-
drinking thing.
Like I think I did 50. I did 50 days.
Yeah, you did.
And I was like, today's my
was
50th,
great.
50th day. I'm going to get a margarita. And then I was like, what fucking day are you on? And I calculated.
Yeah, I was like, I want to know it
230.
was 200 something. But yeah, I will be having a drink in the new year.
Oh, yeah, it will be.
So we'll
What's
stop.
the first thing you're gonna drink?
I honestly feel like it's going to be like a crisp glass of wine.
That's fantastic.
We'll make sure we're there
Damn
with
it.
a crisp glass
What?
of wine.
I got you.
Yeah, we'll be the sommelier.
Yeah,
right
thank
there
you guys.
for you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I was gonna save this as a surprise, but I got you a bottle of Everclear.
I thought you were being serious
For the
a second.
hospital.
I was like, what did he get me? I kind of like got butterflies for a second. I thought you were
Push
being
present.
serious.
Can
you imagine?
Push present.
That actually
You're
makes
like,
me want to throw up.
You haven't drank for 9 months, so I figure we might as well get back on the horse in a big way. It's in the strongest way we can with grain alcohol.
Ew. That's the stuff that you guys like took a shot of in where was that? On tour. Remember those people bought you guys shots? And it was like 99 proof.
Oh yes.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Wasn't that Ireland?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was.
I don't know.
Well, the worst shot I've ever taken in my entire life.
It
Have you ever
was-
done that before? Taking a shot of Everclear?
Nope.
Maybe once.
It is
Yeah, it was
horrendous.
They were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we'll get you one too, Kelsey," and I was like, "I'm actually totally fine.
Yeah.
I'm so scared."
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
And one gets you pretty good too. You don't need
Oh, I
more
mean,
than a couple. Of
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
I'm
One of the
sure.
best pranks I ever did in college was we poured Everclear into the bowl of punch, so you have the trash can juice, whatever they call it, and then I filled it up with water, the bottle of Everclear, and I walked in the middle of the party and I was like, ah! And
That's
everybody was like,
awesome.
let's go.
This guy's fucking insane. Ryan.
Did you guys ever? Did you ever like try to sneak alcohol from your parents and fill it up with water on and put it in the freezer?
No.
And the water freezes.
Freezer, that's good.
Yeah, the water freezes and then the alcohol doesn't. So like you get caught. I didn't, but my brother did.
And your dad was like, nice.
No, my dad came to me because he knew I would. Because it was like before I went into high school, my brother was like, I'm gonna teach. Like I need. And I really appreciate this. He was like, you need to know that people drink in high school because I genuinely had no clue that was even a possibility. And so he like had a friend over and I had a friend over and he was like, so tonight we're drinking. And I was like, I'm not. Like I won't be, but you guys can have a good time. So like the three of them drank and I just like sat there. And then he filled up the vodka bottle with water and put it back in the freezer. And the next day my dad was like, hey Kelsey, did you guys drink last night? And I was like, oh my God, yes. Yes, we did. And it was crazy. Yeah. 'Cause I was like,
Yes, so you got me.
like, I knew I wasn't going to be in trouble because like he knew I didn't drink, but I was like, oh my God, I've been dying to tell you that we did. And I was like, Kevin did. And it was so crazy.
We drank last night.
And they were literally like, okay. Like, and I don't even like it was fine all in all because like we didn't leave the house. It was like the safest it could have been, but like it was just really funny because I was like it was like the scariest night of my life.
What do people or what do like kids think the adults are like? Do they think the liquor tastes like water? No, because they have it. So then what do they think the adults are going to do when they drink the bottle
I
of
think
vodka?
they just think that they wouldn't notice.
Like, yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Like you don't know. And also like
If
it's
I
not
made
like,
a drink and I tasted it, I was like, there's definitely no vodka in it.
well, yeah, but it's not like my parents were like huge drinkers. Like, and
Yeah.
so like I don't even think we were like it's not like my dad's gonna like make a martini tomorrow night with this vodka and be like, who put water in here? Like he
Yeah,
it
but even if
wasn't-
he does it like 2 months later,
yeah, but we don't know.
so funny just to assume he'll be like, oh, this must have gone bad.
Like literally it could be anything.
Like water.
I think all the alcohol evaporated.
It's just so funny to imagine my dad like opening the freezer and just seeing half of it frozen and being like, okay, they're fucking stupid. Like, God damn it. I
You
should
ever
have
watch
talked.
Bill Nye the fucking science guy? Literally, like this. You should know that this happens. All right.
It's gonna be you guys in 16 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll practice. It's okay if you drink, but we want you to do it under our roof. And never drive.
That was really good.
They won't even have to worry about driving, because like hopefully, you know, they'll all be taking the What are the cars with all the sensors on them?
Oh,
now that are-
Waymos.
yeah.
What is it?
Waymo.
Yeah, Waymos. Those are in LA now.
I'm just
going
going
to
to drive them.
What?
I'm just going to drive them
Go for it.
and pick them up.
Yeah, but we won't need cars either. 15 years, it'll probably be all Waymos by then.
I don't think it's going to be all Waymos by then.
No, I think we were Waymo. I think it's gonna be Waymos. than there are now.
Waymo.
I feel like we're going to go pick them up and
Dad,
drop
can
them
I-
off. That's my dad used to do that.
I could see him doing that.
Pick us up from parties.
Yeah,
He thought it was hilarious.
that's funny. I mean, I guess I would do that too. unless
Yeah.
it's past 9 p.m.
Yeah, you won't. You'll be sleeping. I'll be awake, so I'll do it.
Tell him to take a Waymo.
Waymo's on the way.
It was fun. I feel like I bonded with my dad when he'd pick us up and we were all like drunk.
That's cute.
I guess
Did you take you to like the drive-through and all that, or was it just like?
he took us there. He did take us to like McDonald's and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good dad.
it was a good time. He was making sure we were safe.
Yeah, he's a great
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah, it's the best. But it was fun. It was a good time.
There was a couple times that did you ever have to like get home? Like you see the memes about like getting home drunk or high and having to pretend that you're not. Did you
No.
Ever have one of those?
Mm-mm. No.
Yeah, neither. I mean, I did come home high a couple times. Like when I would come home in between college semesters.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would get high at my friend's place and then I
Yeah.
would have to come home
Yeah.
and like walk in the walk through the living room like, hello.
I never like smoked like that.
What's wrong with it?
The
Good
first time
evening.
I think you just like go get the peanut butter and just eat spoonfuls of peanut butter.
of peanut butter. The first time I ever ate an edible was actually with my parents.
Okay.
And I freaked out so bad. I had to sleep in the middle of them. Like I was in college, by the way. And I like, so everyone's like, okay, we have an edible. Kelsey's old enough. Like we're all old enough now. We're like in college. And I was like, totally. Yeah. Edibles, of course. And so I eat it and freaked the fuck out. My dad had to take me on a walk outside, like to get air. And then I had fell asleep in between them. And we woke up the next day. My dad was like, he was like, if you want to keep having friends, you should never eat an edible in front of anyone.
That's humiliating.
And I was like,
Yeah.
you're
I would be
absolutely
mortified.
right. No, I was like, you're 100% right. Thank you. I was crying, laughing. I thought I was dying. Like I was freaking the fuck out. So then I was like, yeah, edibles aren't for me.
Have we talked about the time that you got high, like one of our first dates? Have we ever talked about that publicly?
Probably not.
I don't even remember. It's like more of just a funny story for us.
Yeah, but weed and I don't go hand in hand, I would say.
Yeah.
And I used to try to smoke weed with
Okay. Bleep his name just in case he doesn't want that.
Yes.
There.
And one time he came home and he had some, and I was like, let's smoke. And he said, Cody says I'm not allowed to smoke with you anymore.
Oh, wait, why?
Because it's not
because of
fun
that.
for him. Because you go to bed and you start freaking out. So you had to like pull him aside.
You do.
No, you had to pull him aside and say, if she asks, say no. And he like couldn't lie to me, so he just told me that. And I was like, damn.
I feel
You're right.
like 80% of people that smoke weed feel that same way. They smoke it and they're like, I wish I didn't do that.
Oh my God.
I'm fucking paranoid, but then they just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like same thing with me.
Yeah.
Every time I smoke, I feel the exact same way. And I mean, I don't do it anymore, but I used to just try and just,
Right. I kept
this
trying.
time it's going to be different.
And then it was the time that I threw up that was my last time
Yeah.
until the hip.
That was funny.
That was good.
No, but the time.
Do you want to should we tell them that story?
What about the date?
Sure.
Our date that we went on.
Yeah.
Because we met at a bar first, right? Chez J.
Shez J.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Chez J.
Well, so I was meeting Cody out at a peer concert in Santa Monica. Remember when they used to have those? And
we're just dating.
We were just dating. He was not my boyfriend yet.
And I was like, yeah, come to the beach.
Yeah, come to the peer concert. And I was like,
trying to be all cool.
Totally.
Yeah, post up at the peer concert if you want to come through.
yeah.
That's probably how I said it to you.
So hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was with my roommate, and we were meeting our other roommate and them. But like it was the concert was ending, so we were like, let's just meet you guys at a bar instead. And when my roommate and I got to this bar,
Chez J.
Chez J. It's the
Yeah.
oldest bar in
it's in
LA.
Santa Monica.
Or in Santa Monica or something like that.
Whoa.
In LA?
I don't know.
I don't know. Did I just make that up? It's the first bar in America.
Yeah, so crazy. And for some reason, my roommate starts like chatting up the bouncer. Like we're 24. We do not need to be like trying to impress this guy to get in. Like we could easily just walk in with our IDs. She is like schmoozing the bouncer at this place. And I'm just kind of
massive, dude.
I'm just standing there like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what is going on? He starts smoking. And then I'm like, now we're talking. Oh, yeah, give me some of that weed. And
Pothead right here.
Yeah.
I'd like some of that, please.
So she smoked some and I smoked some. And then, like, I'm just high.
Oh, is that herb?
Mary J.
That's
Oh,
is that sweet
excellent.
sensei? Pass it over here, please.
So then Cody's like, we're approaching. And I'm like, cool. Okay. And do you want to take it from here? Because I was then very high.
Yeah, she was like kind of giggly, and I was like,
He
yeah,
walked up and I was like,
good to see you too. Yeah, that's a literally. And she was like, I smoked weed with the bouncer. I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. Because we still I don't know. We were still just dating, but I didn't know like you.
reacted
I was more like,
terribly
whoa,
to it.
she smokes weed. That's
Yeah.
that's cool. Like this girl's cool.
He didn't know that I couldn't handle it, at all. Like that I shouldn't have ever been smoking weed with the bouncer of any place ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we decided, were you too high in the bar? And then we were like, hey, let's just go get food and leave.
I think everybody was going in and I was like, hey, I don't think I can go in.
Yeah.
Like I looked at Cody and I was like, I don't think I want to go in there. And he was like, okay, we can go get food. And so we went across the street and got the best food I've ever had in my life. And to this day, I still don't know if it's because I was high or if it's because it was
I think I
good.
thought it was also incredible.
Okay. And
What's across from Chez J? Is it
Casa Martin
is it
what
the
it's
Italian
called.
place?
No,
No,
Mexican
it was
place.
Mexican
Oh, it's
place.
Mexican place.
It was so good. And then
Did anything funny happen at dinner though, or you were just like laughing maniacally at your food? I'm pretty sure.
I think I was just
I think you were laughing
just
very like you thought
pretty
you thought
giggly.
those were the funniest enchiladas you've ever met.
I was pretty giggly.
Yeah.
I was, and then I was like, he'll never talk to me again, for sure. And luckily he did. And then that was just kind of like the constant cycle of me smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally I was like, there was one night where we were out at a party and someone had like a wax pen, which I thought, and I shouldn't have thought this because I've actually thought this one other time before, but I considered it to be like a jewel kind of. So I was just going to town on this thing, just over and over and over again. And who was it that played?
Wait, was
Lil
it the Real
Uzi
Bros
Vert?
party?
No.
Okay.
No, it was the party in New York. Was it like? It was like an event. And so-
Oh, we went. It was like the points guy thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi Vert played.
Was
It
that
like
who was
little
performing?
bar.
Yeah.
And we were standing
up
on,
over
and
it.
the funniest thing, so he played like 2 songs.
Yes.
So the whole concert was about 4.5 minutes long. And Kelsey was under the impression that it was like 2 hours long.
I looked at Cody and I said, I cannot believe he performed for so long. That's crazy.
And then she's like, but we have to go and we have to go home.
I said, how are we going to get back to the hotel? And Cody was like, we're in the hotel.
We are in the hotel. The venue was in the hotel.
We are here.
So we are already here.
Yeah. And then we went back and I proceeded to throw up.
Yeah.
And he helped me. And that was like the first time I was ever sick. And like, it was like 2 months into us being like boyfriend and girlfriend. And he was like so sweet. Thank God. And then I was like, so turns out I don't do well with weed. It's crazy. And he's like, yeah, no, I
was fully aware.
know.
Yeah. I know that actually very well about you.
Yeah. and then I didn't do it. I didn't do it for like probably three-ish years after that.
Yeah. But I knew another one was coming eventually. And at this point, it's like we both know. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
We both know
We both know what happened.
what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were at the Real Bros rap party this one time. Yeah. And
Fun fact about Cody and I is that I never want to leave any place that we are ever. And he always wants to leave.
yeah.
Like
I'm like,
he's like, it's time to go.
We came, we showed our face, we had some fun, let's go back. And
And I'm like, let's be the last people here.
Yeah, she's
and then
like, what if-
sleep here.
Yeah.
What if we slept here?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're at the Real Bros rap party, celebrating, whatever. I had done like a little bit of drugs, so I felt very good.
Not the same kind.
Not the same
Not
kind
weed.
of drugs.
Yeah.
Something else, and I was feeling great.
Yeah.
And I was just, laughing and smiling, and they were showing me the whiteboard where they wrote Real Bros, and the whole plot line was on there. The whole fucking thing, the whole show was on this whiteboard. I was like, oh my God, we're talking about the next season. And then I look over and I see Kelsey in the distance, is like, kind of nod. Sure, I'll have a hit of that. And I'm like, no. Kelsey, no. Yeah, sure, I'll have a hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Why are you taking such a big hit?
It was not that big. It was like I literally barely smoked. But everyone's like passing it around. I'm like with the girls, I'm like
Just the funniest
girls.
image, just in the distance, my eyes sort of like focus on you, and you're like, I'm like, what is she doing? What is she doing? You don't know what she turns into.
And then about 10 minutes later, like I looked at Cody and I was like, we have to leave.
We have to leave, don't we? Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
my
To
God.
leave.
and it was my first time in we had been dating for like 3 years at that point. It's the first time I ever said we have to leave.
We flipped. Literally, it was the polar opposite.
Yeah, he wanted to stay. He was feeling a little good.
Yeah.
And I was like, we have to get the fuck out of here as fast as we can. These people are all turning on me. Everybody here hates me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone. Why are people wearing nightmare masks? Everyone's face is so scary.
So I'm like, we have to get out of here quick. And so we like
it's all love in here. Man. What are you talking about? It really feels so fucking good.
yeah.
We're all just homies in here,
And so we left. And then
These people are trying to kill me. That's what you were thinking.
yeah.
I was like,
Literally.
me, man.
Exactly.
This party feels so fucking good. That was me.
We left. We're taking the Uber home.
Yeah.
What?
So, by the way, I'm like, usually I want to leave parties. So, even then, I was still kind of happy we left. I was like,
Yeah.
it is kind
was
of nice to be
fun.
on the same page. And we get to the Uber, and he's playing. Wait, what? Yeah.
Well, we got in the Uber and like finally I think I was like, okay, it's just me and Cody. Like I felt a little bit more comfortable. And so I was kind of getting like a little bit silly. He stopped at Jack in the Box. I had 3 tacos. Like I was happy. And then that song Island in the Sun. Yeah. So the hup part like was genuinely the funniest thing I had ever heard in my life. And like every time they did it, I'd be like hup hup, like actually like cackling at the idea of hup hup, like could not get enough. Finally, we get back.
And I'm like, the song's a fucking
yeah. Cody's also really into it for like a completely other reason, and like so we're both just like hup hup, like so into it, and then we
hup, hup. We do it every time.
I am fucking dying. I am like, we are a comedic duo that is genius. Like this is the funniest thing ever. And the Uber driver's just, driving. Like he's not interacting with us at all. He pulls up to our apartment, gets me, like we get out of the car and he goes, bye, hup, hup. And I went, like, I literally was like, he said hup, hup. Like I was dying. And now every time I hear that song.
I'm like, I fucking love you, man. You're the best Uber driver I've ever had, dude.
Can I hug you? I can hug you,
can
right?
I hug you? God, you feel so good.
And I actually think that was the last time I ever smoked.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a journey. I don't even know how. I can't believe we just talked about my weed journey for so long here.
It was great, honestly. It's all fond memories.
It really is.
Because they're great stories and they're just like, that car ride was legitimately like one of the most fun things.
We had a blast.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Yeah. I'll never forget that Uber driver.
Yep.
But yeah, so
He's my best friend.
I do think though, actually, I will smoke again after I have a baby. Like I think I'm ready to remember why I hated it.
It's about that time.
It's about that time.
It's once every like 3 or 4 years.
And I saw a couple of people smoking at some point when I was pregnant, and I was like, it's time.
You're like, I want to hate that again.
Yeah. Right now I'm remembering only good times.
Yeah.
So
Hip.
maybe after we have the baby, I'll come back and recount that.
Yeah, we'll do a high episode.
There we go.
We actually should.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Fuck
it would
yeah.
be so bad for the two of us.
I'd be
I'm not
paranoid
gonna
out of
be
my
high.
mind.
Just me.
I can't.
I know.
I still hate weed.
I know.
And I will always hate it.
Yeah. I will always want to like it.
I did one, like, I hate even the littlest tiny little bit of it.
Weed?
Yeah. Like when I was sober last year, I did one of those. My friend has this microdose company, but it's like little weed. I think have I said this before?
No, not on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Just me.
What's it called again?
The high confectionery.
The High Confectionery. It's fucking awesome, actually.
It is.
She
It
worked
really is.
like.
I
company is
actually
fucking
really
amazing.
like them.
What?
I can eat one of them.
Yeah, they're great.
I really like
they're
them.
microdose gummies. So like every gummy company, the dosage is always like crazy. So you're supposed to like split an eighth off one.
Right.
People always get way too high or whatever. These are like you can eat a whole bag and not get high.
Each one is like 1 milligram.
Yeah, something like that. Or
Yeah.
you eat in a whole bag and you are high. That's one dose is a whole bag.
Yeah.
So if you're like are sitting watching a movie, you can like actually snack on these things.
Right.
And I took one when I was sober.
Yeah.
And even just like I think it was more just placebo. I just freaked myself
you
out.
freaked out.
And I got an anxiety attack.
But I can eat one of them, and I'm actually chilling, and it's great. I did try to up it to 2. Got a little scared. Got a little bit scared. Felt my heart beating a little too much.
Both of us are just in our own heads too
I know.
for drugs like that.
I'm in it for all of them, but yes.
All right, well that's a history of drug use.
A history of
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Reminiscing a little
We
bit.
went a little bit over, but that's okay. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
It's the first episode of the year. We have to go
Yeah.
over.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. I wanted to keep this one a little bit more low key because I feel like sometimes I'm fucking exhausted after these because I'm trying to be like performative. So I just wanted to be more like conversational this one. So if the energy felt a little lower, that's why.
I didn't think it felt lower.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
It never.
I'm glad you guys feel that way.
It was great.
Okay, good.
Connor got in your head with the podcast laugh thing.
No, not that. I was just kind of thinking like even today, it's something I constantly battle with myself over. Is I get in these like patterns of like trying to be too much in front of the camera and then I reel it back and I just feel like I wanted to do that this time.
You did great.
You did great.
You guys did great.
No,
Oh my God, I love you guys.
Love you too.
Happy
Yes,
New Year,
love you guys.
everyone.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
2024.
Let's get it.
Congratulations on the baby, hopefully.
Yeah.
Thanks. Woo! Oh my God, I'm
Gunther.
scared.
Gunther. Yeah.
Gunther's here.
Little Gunthy.
Gunthy is
Gunthy.
coming Earthside.
Drive down. Leave us a review. Hit like if you like this. Let us know in the comments, please.
And
And hup hup.
Hip, hip.
Oop, oop. Yeah, couldn't agree more. All right, love you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.